So far we have this application which is currently being deployed using Elastic Beanstalk on AWS. But this application currently uses a static list. So this data right here that you see, the students right here, this is currently being hard coded. So what we want to do is to actually flip the coin and connect to a real database. So in here, so we have the front end up and running, we have the back end, we have the back end right here with a RESTful endpoint, and this RESTful endpoint is inside of src, main, Java, student, and then student controller. And right here, so this is currently returning this list right here. And what we need is to connect to a real database so that we can persist some data. And this is what we're going to learn in this section. So since we already have Docker installed, let's take advantage of Docker and install Postgres running on Docker. So here's what we're going to do. If I zoom in a little bit, we're going to run a Docker container that spins up the database. And then we'll also run a Docker container to connect to our database so that we can execute some SQL against our database running inside of this Docker container. And the way that we download this container right here is if I navigate to Docker Hub, and then right here, if you search for Postgres, and this is the official Docker image right here, and you can see over 1 billion downloads, which is insane. And then we have the Docker pull command. And if I scroll down in here, we have the tags. So these are the versions for Postgres. So 13, 12, 11, so on and so forth. So as I speak, so this is the latest version, 13.2. And then they have some quick references right here. So basically, what is Postgres? So Postgres is a relational database. And if you want to learn about Postgres, I've got a course for free about 5 hours long teaching you everything you need to know about Postgres. And right here, they give you an example on how to start a Postgres instance. So Docker run, and then you give it a name, and then you specify the password, and then -d for detached. And then this is the image name, Postgres. And then via PSQL right here. So this is when you want to execute some SQL commands against your database right here. So you can see select one, for example. This is the actual command. Let me go ahead and teach you exactly how we're going to stand up a Postgres Docker container in our local machine. Join me in the next one.